Who will the mystery signing be at Full Gear? Who knows? Kota Ibushi is All Elite? Cool. I don't want to talk about those things, even though they're big stories. I want to talk about France. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about the latest announcement from WWE of the big premium live event global strategy that Triple H has got, and that is Backlash taking place in France. But before we dive into that, please subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below on what you think about Backlash in France. Any French viewers, hello to you. So, let's talk about this. So, I wanted to do videos on both the Australia and the Berlin announcements from WWE, but I didn't get around to talking about it, so I'm going to sort of amalgamate all of those into my thoughts on this, and that is Backlash France is going to be near and dear to my heart, and I'll tell you why. I have a very strong connection with France, and that is that my parents have lived in France since before the pandemic. I used to holiday in France every year when I was a kid. So France to me is like a very special place. And to see the global expansion, to see WWE officially announce their first ever premium live event in France fills me with a little bit of joy, fills me with a little bit of happiness, because I think it's just a great play. It looks like from here, WWE are trying to take over that European market. But before we get into that, let's discuss the details of Backlash France. So Backlash, it's not going to be called Backlash France. It says Backlash France in the logo, but if they actually call it Backlash France, that is a silly idea. Very silly indeed. So it's going to take place on the 4th of May 2024 in Lyon-de-San, France. Cool. Really cool. I think a lot of people sort of thought it would be in Paris. I think that was where it was rumoured to be held. But it's going to be held in the LDLC Arena, which is currently not yet finished. Really cool. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Backlash. Awesome. I think having Backlash be your show that you have once a year in a completely new market is really fresh. Backlash is probably up there with one of my favourite shows of the year because that crowd was so incredibly hot in Puerto Rico. I loved it. It was a fantastic, fantastic show. And I think bringing that energy across to Europe, brilliant. Fantastic. Of course it is. Now the actual strategy of it. Why was this not done sooner? Like, you look at all of the years of WWE, why were they so American based? I get they're an American company, but these shows are doing gangbusters. Like, the actual shows, the pay-per-views, that are being held abroad and held in these other markets, is doing insanely good and bringing an insane amount of money to the company. You know, you've got the big stadium show in Perth, Elimination Chamber. You've got Bash in Berlin, which sounds very exciting. And now this announcement, it's just makes sense, doesn't it? Why have we not been getting this for years prior? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of coming to Europe. Gives me something to do if I potentially book a holiday. Mum and Dad, are you watching? Right. Now the strategy. Now what's actually going on here? How will this chip away at, I think, the biggest competitor, and that is all in Wembley? You've got two huge European shows now. You've got Backlash in May, and then you've got Bash in Berlin the week after, all in Wembley. If you want to counter program, that is a hell of a way to counter program, because we are in a cost of living crisis, and to be bluntly honest, European fans are going to have to choose. We're going to have to choose how we spend our money, because WWE has played their hand, and that is two bookends of European shows. That is going to hurt I think that will hurt Wembley Stadium. I really do. Because even though May and August, there's a whole summer in between there, you're looking at a lot of money when it comes to potentially getting flights, potentially getting hotels, travel, tickets, everything amalgamated. This seems like a very savvy way to chip away at what AEW is planning to do with All in Wembley 2024. Now, is that the main reason for this? No, this is all part of Triple H's big global localization. Wow. Let me try that again. Global localization. He was a big fan of this term and a big proprietor of global localization back in his NXT UK phase when he wanted to get NXT Japan, NXT Mexico, and get the WWE, make WWE the wrestling of the world, essentially, having performance centers everywhere and having them all build to create a territory system around the world. That was his plan. But I think this is a good way to start and build those relationships and build, WWE foundations across the globe. Like, they're making an insane amount of money. Why would they not? And if this opens doors to help, assemble NXT Europe, which is what seemingly is on the cards, seemingly wants to do NXT Europe, then we will have to see sort of how that goes. Now, NXT Europe's a different beast. Am I a fan of what NXT UK did to the British indie scene? Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. I'm glad people got work and stuff like that, but a lot of companies went out of business and a lot of companies suffered because of the talent hoarding that NXT UK did. Having NXT Europe itself would not be ideal for me, especially with the rumour that they want Will Ospreay to sort of be the head of NXT Europe and be their big mainstream star for NXT Europe. But I think that's a separate issue. I think what we need to look at right now is that European wrestling fans are being... we're the war zone. We are seemingly what AEW and WWE are fighting over. They are fighting over our attention with TV deals, with pay-per-views, premium live events, everything. They are fighting for our attention. Because we are a hardcore fan base. Europeans love wrestling. We really, really do. Now, I know I am from the UK. Brexit and all that. But you know how I feel about that. But we are the war zone. We are the territory that they are trying to stake their claim into. And we're winning. We're getting Wembley Stadium. We're getting Bash at Berlin. We're getting Backlash. Like, what is there to complain about? Now, if one of them suffers and goes bust, then we might have something to complain about. But we are what they're fighting over. And this is just going to keep building, keep mounting. We're going to keep getting big shows until it eventually collapses in on itself and we all suffer. But let's not think about that. Let's only think about the positives. Backlash France. Awesome. Really awesome announcement. I hope, I'm going to put this out there now. I hope that everyone who goes to Bash in Berlin, Backlash, and Elimination Chamber, I hope you all have a whale of a time for the first time WWE comes to your town. Yeah, comes to your town, comes to your country, technically, for a premium live event. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all have a blast. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Backlash in France. Mum and Dad, please let me come and stay. And I will, what will I do? I'll walk the dogs for you. If you pay for me, not only my ticket, but also my accommodation and my travel. Thank you. They don't. Then that's not going to happen. Let me put that out there. No. No. Christmas around the corner. What am I doing? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Backlash France. Are you a fan? Are you a fan? What are you going to be going to if you are a European wrestling fan? Berlin? France? Wembley? Let me know everything you want down in the comments below and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support and have a nice day.